Hey guys, today's video is makeup I almost bought. I actually enjoy doing this video because it's easy to talk yourself into buying something that you really don't need, and I feel like I'm just here to talk you out of some stuff that you might have wanted and just the reasons that I gave myself for not buying it. Essentially, I do no buy / low buys every now and then, so I did a no buy in June and then I did a low buy in July, and I basically bought nothing except for some things that I needed to leave because I'm traveling. Other than that, I didn't buy anything. So this is pretty much a no buy, essentially a low buy. And here are some things that I was very close to buying, and then I just ended up not getting it. Now I'm looking at them like, why did I ever want this? So my social media will be in the description along with my drama channel, anything else you might need to find. Subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment for engagement, and let's get into it. So this Ioma quad, it's got a bronzer, it's got a blush, and it's got 2 highlights. Now I was very close to buying this because I thought, like, I don't really have anything from Ioma. I thought it would be quite nice to like try something. The Sculpt Up is like a very cool toned contour type product more than a bronzer, and I feel like I just don't use those as much. I feel like the most cool toned product I have is the Fenty cream in, I have it right here actually, I'm traveling with it, in Butter Biscuit, and it's actually like quite cool toned, but I feel like it's like verging on being a bronzer, and I use it under all of my powder products. I like a cream contour and a powder bronzer, but not really the other way around. And I enjoy the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in Fair because I feel like it's like the perfect combination between a bronzer and a contour. But this is like straight up contour, and I feel like I'd have to use a bronzer with it, and then like piling bronzer, like powder on top of powder, just kind of wasn't my thing. It's got 2 highlights, but really only one of them would go with my skin tone. I feel like the other one would be very like obvious if I had like straight on, you could see the cast. And then the blush is really stunning, but I genuinely just felt like out of the 4 products, I'd maybe like really enjoy using 2, and then the other 2 would go down, and then the other 2 would be put on a back burner and not used as much. So I just thought there's no point in me buying this and only using half of the product. It looks stunning and the highlights look amazing, but I maybe if they release these highlights kind of on their own, or they separate these products up, then I'll pick something up. But as of right now, this palette is not something I need. Moving on. This Cherry Crush collection by Colourpop. I said I wouldn't buy it in an anti-haul, and then I went on the website and I was like, it looks quite cute. Let me get it. No, I don't need it. These cheek dews are too deep for me, and I saw swatches and they look identical, so buying both of them makes no sense. They're very like sheer, so they blend out into like essentially just like a tint, and they all look the same. So I don't need those cheek dews, so this whole set makes no sense as it is. I don't need those eyeliners. Like, yeah, a red eyeliner would be nice, but how often am I going to use it? And I have a fuchsia type eyeliner already. Then there's a white liquid liner that I could use, that I could buy on its own technically, but like how often am I going to use it? I don't know. If I need it, I'll buy it separately for like $5, but I don't need this whole set just for that one liquid liner. Then it's got those 2 Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Stains, and those are not the shades that I would go for. They're reds and berries that I don't wear a lot of the time. I wear, you know, shades like this. So if I wanted to try one of their new Fresh Kiss lip stains, I would just get one shade on its own that I really enjoy. And this palette looks identical to this one, whichever one this is, and I don't use this one as much as I like use my other palettes. So like out of all my Colourpop palettes, that's the one that I don't really use that often. So what makes me think I'll use this one any more than that one when they look identical? So this whole collection just made no sense to me. It's got this like cute mirror, but I already have the Barbie collection mirror, so it was actually very easy to talk myself out of this. I just needed some time and some like willpower to talk myself out of it, and I did, and I saved, you know, like, I don't know, $70 or something like that. So, you know, just talk yourself out of things. Then Colourpop came out with 2 eyeliners and 2 Super Shock shadows for all of their like really popular 9pan. So they have the That's Taupe, the Nude Mood, Blush Crush, Coastal Coral, High Tide, and something Feathered. It was like that, you know, the new one that came out. Now I don't need these. I wanted to add some of these like Super Shock shadows into my collection, and some of these eyeliners, and like in reality I either have something very similar or I'm not going to use it. So like the teal shades are stunning, but I'm not going to use them in reality. Like like maybe once every now and then, and for that I have blue eyeshadows in a palette. Those mauvey ones, I have something similar. Those Blush Crush ones I have, those Nude Mood ones I could definitely dupe in my collection. The That's Taupe, I bought the 2 that were originally sold with the That's Taupe palette, so these look identical essentially. And then the Coastal Coral, I have shades like that. I have the Coastal Coral eyeliners. Like I said, I have fuchsia liners, I have brown, I have nudes, I have greys. So like in reality, there's nothing here that I needed to buy that would add anything of substance into my collection. I have a whole pot, like a whole like collection of Super Shock shadows, and I could definitely dupe most of these shades in that collection. And I have a whole like little thing of just Colourpop gel eyeliners, and I could definitely find a teal in there, I could find a peach, I could find a nude, a brown, a grey, a burgundy. So like I really did not find anything here that was like going to once again add substance into my collection. So it was so easy. It was so easy to talk myself out of it. Then we have these. So Huda came out with like the Nymph Highlighters. There's this big one, like this huge one that she launched a while back, a smaller version of it, a body glow, and then 3 of those like swirly highlights. Now hear me out. Stunning, absolutely stunning. I don't use body oils, they kind of annoy me, so that's out. The big one, too deep for me. I already saw swatches of it and I was very upset about it because like the packaging, stunning. I would have bought it just for the aesthetic, but I could never use it. The smaller one, the pinky one, once again too deep for me. And then the 3, the lighter one looks like it could be good for me, but also verging on too deep for me. And also I really just genuinely wanted like the other one, the flower looking one, so I'm not even that tempted by the swirly ones. So this is a very easy pass for me. When you're pale, you have limited options when it comes to highlight because some of them are too deep, so I'm not going to be able to use any of these, so just easy pass. I've already bought highlights in the past that I knew were going to be too deep for me, but I bought them just for aesthetic, and I regret that so much because it's like they're stunning and you want to use them but you can't use them, so like what's the point? Never doing that again. Colourpop Fresh Kiss Lip Stains. I like the idea of these, but I'm not like desperate to run out and get them. And I was trying to add stuff into my basket to get free shipping. It's I think $60 for international free shipping, and like I can't possibly buy $60 of these lip stains. I didn't want the Cherry Crush collection, I didn't want the Super Shock shadows or the gel liners, so I'll just have to wait for something else, and then I'll add one of these into the basket. But until then, it's not something I need so desperately that I'll like figure out $60 worth of products just to get it. So out of necessity, like I'm just not getting it. These Hourglass eyeshadows, for some reason I had this idea that I would do like a luxury testing of this palette. So the inserts themselves are very expensive, and then the eyeshadows are $30 each, around that mark, $30. So I think the most expensive, the 5-pan would be $161, and then the small pan would be just under $100, I believe. Anyway, besides the like technicalities, the details, right? These are very expensive. Even for a video, I don't really see the point. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. These look nice, but like, they're more expensive than Pat McGrath, and then Pat McGrath's like really expensive, and it's 10 pans, and you get Blitz Astrals. These are 5 pans or 3 pans, and both are either the same as Pat McGrath pricing or more expensive than Pat McGrath pricing. And I don't think they're going to be a much better formula than, like, a better formula at all than Pat McGrath. Like, I don't think it takes a lot to create a good shimmer shadow unless you're literally Pat McGrath, like Blitz Astral. So shimmer shadows are very, like, easy to formulate in the grand scheme of things. So they're not something that I would necessarily need to spend that much money on, unless they're a super special formula, like some kind of, like, you know, fancy formula. And then mattes, I don't see these being worth $30 each. So I was going to buy this for a video just to be like, haha, like trying the most expensive eyeshadow palette, and like I just do not want to do that. Like, I just thought about this and I don't want to do it. So next, this Too Faced Belinda Carlisle collaboration for lipstick. Like, I can't find this on any retailers like Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay or anything like that, so I'd have to buy it from the official website. Knowing that, it means I'd have to buy some other stuff from Too Faced, because usually there isn't as much of free shipping on those kind of websites. Like, if you're buying directly from Too Faced, the boundary for free shipping is a lot higher than for like Cult Beauty. For Cult Beauty, I think it's like £15. For Beauty Bay, I have free shipping all year round. I pay for this like yearly pass. For Too Faced, I probably have to spend like £30 to £50 to get free shipping, and I just do not want to do it for this one lipstick. So I'm just passing on this because I can't be bothered to. If this ever appears on Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay, I'll be more than happy to buy it. But as of right now, like, I'm just not willing to go through the hassle of buying from the official website or pay shipping. Then we have this Colourpop Powerpuff Girls collection. Now, matter of fact is, I wanted to buy this whole collection and probably do a video, but then I decided to go to Poland, so that kind of didn't pan out. Now looking at this, I don't know if I actually want this eyeshadow palette. Like, I don't think I'll use it that much. For the blushes, I'm not going to be able to use the deeper blush, so buying this whole collection makes no sense to me. I definitely want to try the peachy blush. I don't want any of the lip balms that come with the collection, or the lip masks, or the hair clips, or the eyeshadow sticks. They're very like prime colours, and I don't really enjoy prime colours on my makeup, like red, blue, yellow, not a big fan. Like yellow, yes, but like not that tone of yellow, if that makes sense. Like it's not like, I like reds, but like specific reds, and I like blues, but specific blues. I feel like when you get into like prime tone colors, it can look a little bit childlike, and I don't know. I do understand that Powerpuff Girls was a child favorite, but like anyone that watched Powerpuff Girls is an adult now, so like, you know, I feel like I enjoy this collection. I like the idea, but in reality it's just not something that I need or I'm going to use a lot, and I'm trying to dial down my collection. So I'll probably, if I end up buying anything from Colourpop, I'll buy one of those peach blushes as just like a little, it's my Powerpuff Girls collection, my little collectible. But other than that, I just don't think I'll buy the palette, like unless it's on like some big sale. I don't see the point. This Jacqueline Hill highlighter, bronzer, lip oil collection, I'm still really excited about the Bouge Rouge collection. That's the one I want. I don't need any of these highlights. I don't need these cream bronzers. I have so many cream bronzers now that I have more cream bronzers than powder bronzers, which is just not usually how I do things. I don't like liquid, like dropper highlights. I just think they're so gimmicky and so finicky to use. Those lip oils look really nice, but I have a bunch of lip oils. Don't need another one. So the only thing I'd really get from this collection is the lighter highlight, but like I have so many highlights. So the only thing I really want from Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics is the Bouge Rouge collection. That's it. So like I was tempted by this, and then I saw all the drama surrounding it, the scandals, you know, with the poor shade range. Like realistically, I don't even know which bronzer to pick, because there's 3 that would go for my skin tone. It's just not the best launch for me, and it's just not something I need necessarily. And then a little controversial one, I saw this and I was like, if Jeffree Star wasn't problematic, if Jeffree Star wasn't controversial, if Jeffree Star wasn't an awful human being, if he was just like a normal YouTuber who just does normal things and releases nice makeup, then I would be so tempted by this. I love pink, you guys know I love pink. But looking at Jeffree Star and looking at, you know, would I want to support Jeffree Star? No. Do I think Jeffree Star's formula is the best? No. Would I pay money for this? No. But do I like pink? Yes. So like if the cards were very different, as in like if a whole different human being and a whole different brand released this eyeshadow palette, I'd probably really enjoy it. But also there's like 3, let me zoom in on this. There's 1, 2, 3 shimmer shades in this whole palette. I just think that's the ratio of mattes to shimmers not the best. And yes, I'm just, you know, of course I'm not going to buy it. I'd never buy Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but if this was a whole different brand and they added more shimmers into it, maybe I'd think about it. And this is probably the only collection from Jeffree Star Cosmetics that I'd actually look twice on. Because it's Jeffree Star Cosmetics and because there aren't many shimmer shades, I'm just a little bit meh about it. And obviously I wouldn't buy it anyway. Even if this was the perfect palette, perfect shimmer to matte ratio, still wouldn't buy it because I don't support him. But yeah, this is probably the only good collection that he's come out with that would in any way draw my attention. So this definitely doesn't fit the video as much. This is not something that I was almost about to buy, like almost pressing checkout. But if this was a whole different brand and a whole different situation, I would have thought about it, but it's not. Natasha Denon's Zendo palette. So I have the mini Zendo, which I actually really enjoy. I think it's just like the perfect combination of warms and cool tones. And then they released this mid-size Zendo palette with some blues, which already doesn't really scream my name. And then some reds, pinks. I really wanted this in a way. Like I think I'm just like, oh, like I can just buy it, add it to my collection. I think it's like nice nudes. But then I saw some reviews and people said this formula was very like finicky. Like you couldn't really get it to work really well. You couldn't really use both cool tones and warm tones in the same look. You had to basically make them as 2 separate looks. And yeah, I'm just not really into like trying to make a palette work, so not something I'm getting. And then this was on sale on Cult Beauty. I think it went from 111 to £80, which is like a huge discount. And then I thought about it, and it's got 3 shimmer shades. I wish I had more, and they're all like the multi-chromes, well, trio chromes. And then some pastel shades. Like I like this palette, I like the look of it, but it's not necessarily something that I want to spend £80 on. So I just skipped out on it. Like look, the sale was good, but it wasn't that good. And that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give a thumbs up, comment down below, anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to these videos every time I think there's something to do. So hit that bell, be notified when that's happening. Social media links and links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.